Hi Libra, it's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, here to bring you your December 2020 Silent Enemies reading. I hope all is well in the Libra community. I do appreciate you guys coming to check out the video and checking out the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that way you know when I post, because I post for every placement in your chart, not just for your Libra placement. This is general. It's not going to resonate with every Libra or every Libra placement, but take what resonates, leave the rest. I do want to say that this can definitely resonate if you have Saturn in Libra. Okay, so that's an additional placement you definitely want to check for, except for, added to the stereotypical placements. But again, any place that you have Libra in your chart, this could resonate. Silent Enemies reading is a reading that is put out to help you to pay attention to your intuitive nudges. Your intuition is a gift from the universe that you should not ignore. People ignore their intuition when it comes to the people closest to them, their family members, their friends, their lovers, their business partners, their colleagues. But those are the people that when you get intuitive nudges, you should pay close attention to. Or how can I word it? I said it terribly. When you get intuitive nudges based on your relations with these people, especially people closest to you, you really should not just brush it off. You should pay attention to it. You should at least investigate it. It's not that you want to jump to conclusions right away, because it could be that someone's just acting a little weird because they're having a bad day or they got a personal issue that has nothing to do with you. Maybe they're just, a bit withdrawn or don't want to talk, okay? Could also be somebody trying to maybe plan a surprise for you or to do something for you, and they're acting really weird. But it could also, on the opposite spectrum, be that somebody is not feeling you. They're trying to take advantage of you. They're trying to manipulate you, or worse, okay? So you do want to investigate these nudges, because like I explained in the Virgo video, sometimes when you listen to the outside sources, or everything external to you, which is what the 3D realm teaches us to do, sometimes that intuitive voice that, you would normally hear clearly, like you can hear mine, with all the external factors going on, sometimes we ignore that, and then that intuitive voice, it drops down, and it's like a whisper, and you can barely hear it. So sometimes you can't even hear it. It could be going off, but you're just not hearing it because it's so low and drowned out by all the other external factors that are going on around you. When in reality, everything that you do, you should be basing that on what your intuition is telling you, because that's your higher self. Your higher self wants the best for you, right? But since this society teaches us that we shouldn't trust our gut, we should ask other people. Like anything you need, anything you want to know about yourself and what's best for you, all you have to do is go within. The sooner you understand that and the more you practice that, the more you will start listening to your intuition and paying attention to it, understanding it, making sure that it's not your imagination versus your intuition. Thus, you better knowing yourself, knowing and trusting yourself, right? And being a more well-rounded person emotionally. I'm going to throw out 3 cards. I'm going to investigate the energies intuitively and express to you what I get. Again, Silent Enemies reading. This could relate to, your lover. It could relate to a family member. It could be your child. It could be a friend of yours, a longtime friend, a colleague. It could be a neighbor. Somebody that's in your energy on a regular basis, and you get funny vibes when you're around them. All right? There's going to be an extended. The link's in the box below if you would like to follow along, especially if it resonates, okay? And take what resonates, leave the rest. It's very general, okay? It's not a personal read. But if you want one, my information's in the box below. Also, check your other placements if it doesn't resonate. I do readings weekly for you guys. If you're not seeing the readings show up on your rotation, at least, fresh readings at least once a week, then make sure you unsubscribe, refresh your screen, resubscribe, and hit the notification bell. All right, so let's see what we got. We got 2 major arcanas here. So the first card that we have out is the Knight of Voices, which is the Knight of Swords. Okay? The Knight of Voices. What I get with this energy, the Knight of Swords energy, is an energy of communication. Okay? It could be arguments, somebody coming in, like, hey, what's going on? Why are you not answering me? Why are you not talking to me? Why blah, 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 blah. Can we talk? Blah, blah, blah. Quick communication coming in, or it could be quick and it could be just direct and to the point. And I feel like for some of you, you do need to watch your words as well. You know, some of you are to the point where you're not interested in communicating with people. You may have decided to end connections with people, and people don't respect your position. Part of it is because you've let them get away with shit for so long, where it's just like they're like whatever, they're gonna do what they want. And I don't want to say subconsciously. Unfortunately, that's one of the adverse effects of you allowing these people to be so disrespectful to you for such a long period of time, where either A, they feel like they can talk to you any way they want, or B, they feel like they can just be very direct and almost to the point blunt, where they're offensive when they speak to you because you don't check them. Or, like I said, this is an energy of you, because you've gotten to the limit, you've gotten yourself to the limit with dealing with these people and their negative attitudes and the way that they treated you. It's like you have to be careful that you don't take on their energy and you don't be the asshole, like when they reach out to you. Some people are just not going to respect your boundaries. Libra, I'm just going to keep it, gully with you. They're not going to respect your boundaries. They don't care that you don't want to talk to them. They're going to continue to reach out to you, because they don't have respect for you. Okay? And so this could be an irritant for you. You know, people coming by your house unannounced after you've blocked them. They know you blocked them. They know why. You guys have had arguments about it. You've had conversation about it. So they know exactly why you're not dealing with them. But they don't care, because they don't respect you. This is a pattern that you've helped establish. So this is kind of like a double-edged sword. So you're going to have to be careful not to, this could be a silent enemy energy, because you have to remember not to give in, number one, especially if you cut these people off and you don't want to talk to them. Do not give in. Don't feel guilty. A lot of you are ending karmic connections with relatives, some of you with parents. So you may be feeling a little guilty because you've never done this before. You never stood up to your parent in such a manner before, where you just stopped communicating with them, or you block their number, or you don't answer them. So it may feel a little weird and a little awkward for you, because you always want to resolve an issue. You always want to relate to people. That's the Libra energy. But you have to understand, as far as your karmic lesson, that you can't relate to everybody, and you shouldn't be relating to everybody, because everybody is not going to have your best interests at heart. And so this is something that you're learning the hard way, whether it's with lovers, whether it's with family members, whether it's with fake friends that you've had around, frenemies, we'll call it, whether it's a boss-employee relationship, whatever relationship you may have. It could be landlord-tenant, okay? But it's karmic in nature, meaning that it's meant to teach you a lesson, to stand up for yourself, to show respect for yourself, and to command respect from other people. Don't allow people to be talking to you any old type of way, because you just want to, make things right. So that's what I feel the energy is. But we'll clarify in the extended what that else could that be. But that is Gemini energy. So definitely communication, toxic communication. It could also be lies. Someone trying to reach out to you because, and telling you whatever they want to tell you to get back into your good graces. They're not telling you everything. So you need to be careful, especially if these are people that you've decided you don't want to communicate with, when they come back around, if and when, because a lot of them are going to come back around, because, again, they don't respect your boundaries. So a lot of them are going to come back around. And this is a matter of you, are you going to stand your ground? Are you going to stand here and argue back and forth with these people and give them your energy when you know damn well that they're going to do what they want anyway, which is why you had to shut them out from the gate. So that you're kind of in a funny situation here. It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But a lot of you gotten to the point where you had no choice but to do this. I forget what other reading I said it in. It might have been your reading, but when a person doesn't respect you, there's nothing you can do to make them respect you. I don't give a shit if you're like, look, okay, I'll do this for you. I'll do that. Like, that's when you get into that negative Libra energy, wanting to people please, because you're trying to relate to this person who is never going to respect you. When you realize that a person does not respect you, meaning they treat you like shit, they disregard you, they don't give a shit, they disregard you in your face. So they're talking about you behind your back. So this could be that too. People talking bad about you behind your back now that you're no longer dealing with them. Okay? So this is what it is. Now, like I said, it's that catch-22. It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But if someone does not respect you and they blatantly, repeatedly show you that they don't, you have no choice but to leave the connection. I don't care if it's your mother. I don't care if it's your adult child or your, teenage child that you're having issues with, because that could be a karmic lesson for you as well. And as you guys know, if you've been watching my readings, you know that the tying up of the karmic cycles began in your season, because you were the first of the 3 supermoons we had, and then we had that lunar eclipse that occurred with the full moon in Gemini about a week and a couple days ago. Okay, so we're all lingering all in this lunar energy of emotions that come from tying up these karmic connections, whether you're frustrated because you let this go on so long, or whether you're feeling indifferent because you never took a stand like this before against these people and you're feeling kind of weird, or whether they're pissed off because you had the nerve, the gall, the audacity to cut them off when they've been treating you like shit for 10 years, and who are you to stand up to them now? Or they've been treating you, family members treating you like shit since you came out the womb, and who are you to stand up to them now, 30 years later? Or, just for an example. So you're going to get backlash, okay? It may not be from everybody you cut off, because a lot of you cut off a few people. You had to, because you were doing this with everybody. That people-pleasing energy, that's a negative Libra trait. You want to relate to people. So you do. So if someone acts like they don't like you, or they don't respond to you in a manner which is desirable to you, you will do whatever you can to try to get that reaction. And that could put you in a position where you compromise everything. You compromise yourself, your self-respect, your integrity. And so as a result of that, people see you as somebody who's easy, somebody who's foolish. And all you're just trying to do is, like, the Khalees song, I just want to get along with you. So I feel like that's the lesson you're learning, Libra, with the karmic cycles, is that, I can't get along with everybody. And if people don't like me, it's okay. I can't make you like me. And I'm not going to sit here and bust my ass to try to please you, to make you like me, when you just don't. People are just not going to like you just because you are you. That's just the way life is. And you have to be comfortable with that, Libra. All right? And as an evolved Libra, you will understand that. And you are going through an ascension process now where, trust me, you know it now, which is why you cut these people off. Moving on, we have a major arcana here, the first of the 2 major arcanas, the Lover's energy, Gemini energy. Now, I first want to say, when you have a major arcana showing up in the silent enemies reading, remember, this is a reading about you following your intuition. Okay, so if you not making the right decision or not following your intuition in reference to certain situations that have major arcanas, it can have a major effect it's going to have a major effect on your life. It's just a matter of what choice you're going to make. Is it going to be a choice that's going to have a positive major effect or a negative? But it's going to affect your life majorly, and it affects it in a manner in which things will not be the same. Okay? So with this Lover's energy here, Gemini energy, there's a choice you're going to have to make. And it's showing up as a silent enemies reading because this could be a choice in reference to your emotions versus your actions, your yin and yang energy within you. Okay, the masculine, feminine energy within you. Your feminine energy could be telling you, which is your emotions and feelings. It could be telling you one thing, but then it's like your masculine energy may want to act it out, but you may be afraid to act it out, or you're acting and not thinking. Okay, one or the other. So you're not considering your emotions and feelings. You're just acting out because it's just maybe out of habit. Some of you just, it's just out of habit that you try to make people like you, or you try to get people to understand you, because you've been doing it for so long that way. So some of you are going to have to retrain your thought process in reference to how you interact with people, especially people who may be a bit standoffish or show some adversarial energy towards you. But I feel like you're going to have to make a choice here. For some of you, it could be a toxic love situation that you're in. But for others of you, it's karmic in nature for sure, because that's the Lover's energy. The Lover's energy is karmic. So it could be an actual lover, or it could be a family member, because love is love. It doesn't matter if it's family love. Doesn't matter if it's, a best friend of 10 years love. It doesn't matter if it's an intimate romantic partner. It doesn't matter if it's your child. Love is love. So there's some choices you have to make in reference to, are you going to continue to deal with this energy? Or are you going to stand in your power and do what it is that you need to do to resolve the issue? And for most of you, like I said, these people have been disrespectful for a period of time. So the only thing you can do at this point is walk away. It's sad and it's hurtful and it's fucked up. But again, when a person does not respect you, there is no way they're going to gain respect for you. You know, as far as just actions only. Physical is a whole nother level, you know, but we're not talking that. But an example of that would be, you know, you're locked up in, say you're in prison, you know, and you got people running up on you, you know, trying to steal from you, what have you. Until you knock somebody out, people not going to respect you. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing, but it's in reference to how people treat you. Until you check a person, they're not going to respect you. So it's got to be to the point where it's like, okay, you let them know, but you don't want to get too, you know, because you're sensitive right now because of what you've been through. So the first person who disrespects you, now you're going from 0 to 100. You don't want to do that. You got to temper your energy. And that will come after you heal. Don't worry. But there's a major decision you're going to have to make, and it's showing up as a silent enemy because this decision could have a negative effect karmically. Okay, this is somebody you need to wrap up a cycle with, is what I'm feeling here. But we're going to get more clarification of this in the extended. And then we have another major arcana. It came out in reverse, Strength card. This is exactly what I'm talking about, Libra, here. People not respecting you. It's exactly what I'm talking about. The Strength in reverse. When the Strength is upright, this is someone who walks, this is Leo energy. Someone who's proud, someone who respects themselves. And so as a result, other people respect them. When it's in reverse, this is somebody who is taken advantage of, somebody who's abused emotionally, could be physically too. But this is somebody who shows signs of weakness. All right. So we have this showing up in the silent enemies reading because in the past, you being, you know, just trying to relate to people, you know, being a people pleaser and, you know, doing too much in that arena puts you in a position where you compromised yourself. You compromise your self-respect. Some of you compromised your self-esteem. And it doesn't matter, again, what the relationship is. It could have been with a family member or with friends. Some of you could be in an environment where you're the black sheep of the family. Everybody treats you like shit. And they're okay with that. Some of you had to say, oh, fuck no. All of y'all cut off. So now you may have them trying to come back to you because now they see that you're not playing no more. They can't do you the way they used to do you type of energy. Some of you, this is a lover. You've been dealing with them on and off. They won't give you the finance. They won't give you the stability that you want. They're constantly cheating on you. You have babies by this person, you know, people pleasing. Have babies by this person. Show them that you love them. Give up half your life on the operating table to have a child or children by this person. And they still won't respect you and honor you with a ring. They still run around and cheat on you, and they do it blatantly in your face. And the thing is that you take this person back, compromising your self-respect. You constantly take this person back. You guys get into the fight. You make a choice if you're going to take them back or not. And then you make a choice to take them back, which compromises you as an individual. People don't take you seriously. And they don't take you seriously. They're going to talk to you any type of way they want to talk to you. They're going to treat you any way they want to treat you. And they're going to look at you like, oh, well, wait a minute. Who are you to say you got a problem with this? You've been letting it go on all this time. See, this is the energy you were dealing with before you cut these people off. You realize that that's what it was. You had no choice because it got to that point. So now you had no choice but to cut them off. So now, Libra, if you cut them off and then you take them back, what happens? The cycle just continues again is what happens. You can't let that cycle continue again. It's difficult. It's tough. But you have got to stand your ground and command your damn respect. If that means that you can't ever speak to this person again, then that means you can't ever speak to them again. And I know that's hard to say because some of these people are your mother. Some of these people are your father. Some of these people are your child. But see, the thing is these 3D, if this person, the universe puts these people in our lives to teach us lessons, they're not going to put people in our lives that are easy to cut off. Because if that's the case, we would never learn the lesson. They have to put people in our life who are instrumental to us, who are key to us, so that we learn the lesson. This was what you designed before you reincarnated back. You had specific lessons to learn. And in order for you to learn these lessons, it had to be by certain people. All right, so family members, lovers, these are the people we learn the most from, get most of our karmic lessons from. You have some rare occasions where it could be a landlord-tenant type thing, where it could be a co-worker, boss type thing, but most of the time it's lovers, family, and friends. People we value, people we trust, people we love, people we admire, people we appreciate are put in our lives to teach us these lessons. So your lesson is commanding your self-respect, and moving forward, you will not allow anybody else to disrespect you to the point where you're compromising yourself trying to please them. And they still ain't going to like you or give you what you feel you deserve anyway. You can't make someone feel a certain way about you. It don't matter what you do. You can't make someone feel that you're intelligent. You could have a PhD in astrophysics, and you could have a lover who will think that you're just as stupid as the day is long because they cheat on you, they talk to you like shit, they treat you like crap, and they will still think that you're stupid no matter what kind of accolades or degrees you have. You see what I'm saying? It's a matter of how you feel about yourself. So what we're going to do, Leo, I'm thinking Leo because of the strength card, forgive me. What we're going to do, Libra, we're going to go into the extended, we're going to clarify each of these cards. I'm going to put out like 4 cards each, and then I'm going to clarify those cards. On top of that, we're going to get some real specific info, because this is a trying time for Libra. It's a trying time for all signs because we're all closing out karmic cycles. But I know Libra's dealing with it specifically with family, like parents, also lovers that you've been in with decades. You've been in a relationship with them for decades. So like this is literally you going through a death. Even though this person is still physically in, here, the relationship that you had with this person is dead. And so now it's about burying it, dealing with the 5 stages of grieving, and then moving on. Now, some of these people, eventually you might be able to communicate with, but a lot of them you will not be able to. You're going to have to give it a little bit more time. I was just watching this video. I'm subscribed to a guy named Nasir Ra. If you look in the tab where my subscriptions are, you'll see. His name is Nasir Ra, last name R-A. I was watching a video he did, and it was talking about how to deal with family members, how to deal with toxic family members. You guys should check that video out. Because basically what he was saying is you have to allow them to prove to you that they are going to, come to you in a respectful manner. And if they really want you in their life, then they're going to respect you and they're going to treat you the way they need. For example, he said, you cut off a family member because they're toxic or what have you. If this person is reaching out to you, wanting to connect with you, sometimes you have to keep people at a distance. He said use a long spoon, feed them a little bit and make as much time in between the communication as possible. Make the communication itself as short as possible when you're talking to them or on the phone with them or what have you. And then the time in between the communication, make that as long as possible. You don't have to stop talking to these people because some of them are family, but you will have to use a long spoon to communicate with them. For some of them, if they're trying to get back in your life and they tell you, oh, we're sorry, then what he said to do was, okay, well, if you want to communicate with me, don't email me, don't call me, write me a letter. Put a stamp on it and put it in the mail. Tell me what you need to tell me. And if this person really wants to communicate with you and they really want to make the effort to revive, they'll write you that letter. If they don't, then you already know what time it is in there. You're not wasting your time listening to them. Because they ain't going to do nothing but try to run game on you again and play you again and get you back in that position. Check out that video. All right, so if this resonated as is, please let me know. Okay, click the like button. If you want to send me an email because you don't want to get personal in the comments, you can send me an email telling me about your situation. If you're going to ask me any questions, make sure you look at the bottom of the information about personal readings, because you asking me a question means that I have to answer it for you. And if I answer it for you, that's a personal reading, point blank. So if you're not prepared to pay for a personal reading, don't ask me any questions. You can just simply let me know in the email, hey, this resonated. Here's my situation. Thanks for, the video. Okay? So let me know if it resonated. If you want to leave something in the public comment, feel free to do so. I love to read the comments. You guys, if you're familiar with the channel and you've been here before, you know I read every comment, and I'll click a like button, or I may ad-lib a little here and there depending on your comment. But I do read every comment, and I click the heart button to let you know that I read your comment. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, especially if you resonate. If not, check your other placements, but subscribe to the channel anyway. All right, and hit the notification bell. So I'm going to go to the extended. The link's in the box below. Feel free to join me. If not, it's all good. I send you peace and blessings, Libra, and I'll see you in the extended or in the next reading.